yeah, earlier today some people went on and stopped construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline at a work site. Recently about 100 police or sheriff or highway patrol in riot gear came onto the site. They've been conducting arrests. There are arrestees being loaded into this van here right now. And so up here you can see, you know, the trench where they've been digging. There's some pipe laid in those trenches as well as pipe laying out on the ground. You can see there's still some people locked to that equipment and some police, you know, working, trying to get them off. We'll see how long it takes.
We do have another
and so there's Morton County Sheriff out here. These officers, it says parole officer on their uniform. Not sure what's up with that. There's also been private security and North Dakota Highway Patrol, state troopers essentially. And so maybe half an hour, phalanx of about 100 police in riot gear emptied out of this bus up here, walked down here, formed a line here where you see these men in riot helmets standing, issued a trespassing order, you know, saying that basically this was the one and only warning, that everyone was trespassing on this site and that they'd be arrested if they remained on. Many people remained on the site. I'd say between 7 and 10 arrestees have been carried out so far. There's definitely still some people on site. We've heard police talking about how, oh, we need to get more teams to get in here to locate people. So yeah, right now, the men in that shot are law enforcement, probably working on figuring out what to do about people who've locked themselves to the machinery. And yeah, definitely a more militarized appearance by law enforcement this time around, like this guy here. And so, yeah, this van is full of people who were just arrested on the Dakota Access construction site. You can also see way up ahead, that person in the middle is an arrestee being led away in flex cuffs. And so, yeah, that is the pipe. That's the Dakota Access Pipeline right there. Some construction. Workers left the site pretty soon when the disruption started. There's more machinery over this hill you can't see in this shot, but there's people locked to several machines down there. But yeah, so that is what the pipeline looks like, folks. It's right there. It's definitely, construction has not stopped on the Dakota Access Pipeline, except in a very small contested area. So it looks like they moved the van with arrested folks in it back towards that, what I'm guessing is like a highway patrol bus. And yeah, that is some sort of law enforcement officer in green military style, you know, olive green fatigues. So this is the entrance to the site over here. Yeah, you can see it's Morton County Sheriff, one of the main agencies dealing with disruptions to Dakota Access construction. You can see this state trooper in the back has what looks to be some sort of grenade launcher, probably for tear gas or CS gas. A few of these men also have plastic flex cuffs attached to their belts, you know, in the event of making arrests or particularly mass arrests. Something to be aware of with those two is often, as a punitive measure, you know, officers will put those flex cuffs on really tight to intentionally cause pain and discomfort to people being arrested. And yeah, we have seen, like, for example, the Morton County Sheriff's Office has been posting, you know, memes in support of the Dakota Access Pipeline on their Facebook page. And also the North Dakota Highway Patrol refused to release their correspondence with Energy Transfer Partners, who's the corporation building the Dakota Access Pipeline. So yeah, it looks like we have some more folks who have been arrested being led down the hill up here. again, these machines up there actually can't really see the pipe in this shot, but those are the machines to lay the pipe into the earth. The Dakota Access Pipeline was being put in the earth here this morning until people stopped it.
Why are you doing this? Water.
We got you, man.
We don't want meth. We don't want meth in our communities. We don't want drugs in our communities, and we're doing this for future generations.
Woo!
They came up on us. Whatever they had, I don't know if they're automatic. They came up on our jeep. How you feel about that as a water protector? Being unarmed and being threatened with that? I feel like with the majority of you guys up there that came up from behind us with guns, that's cowardly.
So you're saying all of y'all had automatic weapons pointed at you by these officers?
They were drawn out and pointed at us.
Okay. Okay, so that unarmed water protector who was just arrested told us that law enforcement, apparently state troopers, came in and pointed automatic weapons with live ammunition at everyone.
Say anything, why are you doing this?
Yes. And so, yeah, it looks like most of the state troopers are leaving the site now. You sort of get a sense of the size of this militarized police force deployed here to protect construction of the Dakota Access Pipeline.
That was 100 miles from my house.
So yeah, we've got Morton County Sheriffs out here. This is Mercer County Sheriff's Department. Most of these more militarized riot police are state troopers from the North Dakota Highway Patrol. Definitely several dozen of them here. Not really sure what they're gearing up to do here. And that's a small aircraft that's been flying circles ever since the disruption began this morning. That guy definitely has an automatic weapon of some kind. Move so you can get the shot. But if someone wants to take screenshots, that would be appreciated. Yeah, that doesn't look like a less lethal. That looks like a live round automatic weapon. So, automatic weapon, law enforcement filming. And yeah, some of the water protectors who were just arrested up on the equipment told us that, that they had automatic weapons pointed at them, and the presence of this automatic weapon here would seem to confirm that account. So they're pointing at everyone with cameras saying, he's going, she's going. So it seems like they're targeting media for arrest. We might be getting arrested here. They're pointing at us saying, like, he's going, he's going. Could just be intimidation. So yeah, if we're
standing in the road right now. Us in the road. Currently over here they're watching video, trying to catch everybody. Just a warning, just a notice, everybody who's standing out here now, we were all standing out here when they gave the notice that we were not to cross and we were not to trespass, and that everybody that's standing here right now was standing on the road when that happened. When the sheriff came in and gave that notice, we were all standing on the road right now when that happened. So, and nobody's crossed. Obviously, nobody's crossed this line. Since then, nobody could if they wanted to. drawn, more people with weapons drawn.
So yeah,
I don't want to show you.
we're here
us,
covering this
but
as
there's none of us.
media,
We're just standing
you know,
here.
get our press passes out, but they're definitely saying like they're going to arrest us. Keep this live stream up as long as we can.
Live streaming right now. What happened, Chris?
So this morning, a bunch of people came in and locked themselves to, you know, right here is a construction site where they're putting the Dakota access pipeline in the ground. Some time went on, and then, you know, about this group of, you know, dozens of state troopers in riot gear showed up. They told everyone, you know, we were over here. They told everyone over here, you know, don't trespass over here. You'll be arrested if you trespass. We've stayed over here in the time since that order was given. And so a bunch of people have been arrested, led into vehicles over here. It seems like people who have locked down might still be locked to the machinery.
Yes, I've not seen them come out.
And so one gentleman from the Morton County Sheriff's Office, that guy in the back in sunglasses without a helmet on, has been pointing at people saying, oh, he's going. So since Amy Goodman's arrest warrant was issued, you know, we've definitely known that they've been targeting anyone who provides press coverage of actions against the Dakota access pipeline. So seems like they might be arresting us, you know, basically because we're out here filming, you know, showing people what's going on. This might just be a mass arrest situation. We'll see. So yeah, there's probably some people who have locked down have not been seen arrested leaving the scene yet, so it's assumed that yeah, the lockdowns have held. And also live stream up as long as we can.
Live streaming right now. What happened, Chris?
So this morning, a bunch of people came in and locked themselves to, you know, right here is a construction site where they're putting the Dakota access pipeline in the ground. Some time went on, and then, you know, about this group of, you know, dozens of state troopers in riot gear showed up. They told everyone, you know, we were over here. They told everyone over here, you know, don't trespass over here. You'll be arrested if you trespass. We've stayed over here in the time since that order was given. And so a bunch of people have been arrested, led into vehicles over here. It seems like people who have locked down might still be locked to the machinery.
Yes, I've not seen them come out.
And so one gentleman. So yeah, there's probably some people who have locked down have not been seen arrested leaving the scene yet, so it's assumed that yeah, the lockdowns have held. And also
This is Rocky
Hello
Hall.
everyone, it's a great honor to be here with all of you to
Congressman
participate
Ruiz
in
from California.
your peace and your prayers. I represent Southern California District, where the Cahuilla Nation is at, in the Coachella Valley. Many of you know about the Coachella Festival. It's in that area in Palm Springs. I grew up there. My parents were farm workers. I lived in a trailer growing up. We lived in poverty. My older brother was the first to graduate from high school in the family, and I then graduated, went to college, and became a doctor. And my whole life I wanted to heal the wounds of many communities like all of ours, to reduce the health disparities and fight for health and social justice, and to create more health equity in the world. And there is a direct link from the health of our earth to the health of our bodies, because we are connected to the waters we drink, the air we breathe, the food that we eat that come from the ground. And so I'm very inspired by the peace and prayers that you have demonstrated here today. Native Americans, indigenous people have a right to self-determination. They have a right that the federal government needs to consult with them prior to any decisions that any federal agency makes that will affect their health, their sacred sites, or their cultural perseverance. That is, I understand, is what is at stake here. It is the dignity of having due process, that Native peoples are not invisible, that Native peoples are connected to the land, and that is why it is very important that the Army Corps of Engineers consult with tribes prior to any decisions that can affect the lives, the health, the sacred sites of Native Americans. On Thursday, I called the Army Corps of Engineers to make sure that they respect that Executive Order 13175 that President Obama also has agreed upon, that all federal agencies have regular and meaningful consultation with tribes prior to any decisions. I also on Thursday wrote a letter to the government saying that I am calling on them for a full investigative report to demonstrate any non-compliance of any federal agencies with tribal consultation, as well as their capacity to help tribes manage the environment or mitigate any risks of any desecration of sites or waters or air that any project on federal land has. And so I am very pleased that the Department of Justice, the Army Corps of Engineers, the Department of the Interior on Friday have said that they will stop progress on construction until they figure out whether or not they have to have more investigations to comply with current laws. Well, I think it's a no-brainer. The laws are very clear that we have. The executive order policy is very clear that they need to have meaningful consultation with tribes. Meaningful consultation with tribes to understand fully what the effects of the Dakota Access Pipeline will have on the health, the sacred sites, and the cultural survival, perseverance of a nation. And so I am very thankful that they put on pause, but it's not over yet. We got to make sure that they have the environmental impact study so that they can prove or otherwise not prove what the effects are going to have on the people who live and are the caretakers of this land. So that's my story. That's why I'm here, to understand, to listen to your voice, to see for myself firsthand where the pipeline will go, where are some of the sacred sites, and what is the risk in our public health, because before I was a congressman, I'm a doctor. I'm an emergency medicine doctor, public health expert, and before I was a doctor, I'm a human being that care about the environment, that care about our ability to come together and be caretakers of this earth. So thank you very much. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here. You have an incredible chairman and the council who really care about their land, who really will do what they need to do in order to make sure that cultural preservation and the sacred sites continue. And I'm just very humbled to be here in front of all of you. Thank you very much.
As having come to us, come to discuss and negotiate our treaty rights. And it's only at this level. And we have a lot to say. And there's a lot of consultation became a dirty word. And so when you have the corporation NODAPL being headed by Damien Daniels, who is a former Army Corps official. That's criminal. So if the U.S. Army Corps is being led, building their career so they can lead a corporation, Damon Daniels is a former retired Army Corps of Engineers who works for Dakota Access Pipeline. Those are the things that the Congress needs to hear. We know that if this country is still a republic and it's still governed by the Constitution, then the treaties are the supreme law of the land. And the U.S. Congress has an obligation to sit down with us and hear us. And so we call upon the Congress to investigate the conflict of interest. We had good leaders. We had good mentors in our lives. And the Senator of North Dakota, the former Quentin Burdick, was my hero, was our hero. And he demoted Colonel Jones for the Army Corps, saying, do you know who those people are? Those people are the ones that defeated Custer at Little Bighorn. That's who we are. But he wouldn't serve us objectively, so the senator had him demoted. So those kinds of things that you know that they're honest people with integrity. And when you have that experience in your life, you know that there's hope. And now as we go forward, we need to target Interior. The Department of Interior, their right-of-ways are questionable. There is no agreement for the original right-of-way for the gas line that came through that no one knew about. So the right-of-ways are the big question. The investigation of the right-of-ways from Interior from 1980 on, because we know that those right-of-ways have expired. And we went to court, but we know that everything is supposedly in the national interest, but we know a lot of the criminals who run government today, like Damon Daniels, who can learn all of the GIS data from our side and then go to the other side and make money off of data that he thinks should be now private. So we want investigation on the right-of-ways, specifically in Interior. We need that. And the Army Corps, they need to be called on for their politics, on their officials who now serve a corporation. And treaties are not negotiated with corporate America or corporate international. Never stoop to that level. Treaties are the supreme law of the land, and as indigenous nations, we are higher than the state of North Dakota. We are higher than the state of South Dakota. So state law does not prevail in our land. I think the gravest thing that has occurred is the plowing up of 27 graves of our ancestors. And so the National Historic Preservation Act was enacted in 1966, and the amendments for Indian country, Section 106, was enacted in 1996. So we have a right and a say over the Aboriginal territory, which is across the road of those 27 graves. We have a say. And we know that our culture prevails is even over the Constitution of the United States. Our culture, we were here. We are the predecessor sovereign of anyone who roamed these plains, who lived here. So I just want to urge you to hear our voices and to read the letters that we are prepared to send you, the emails. We also would ask you to share with your constituency the pleas that are coming from Indian country. Wopila.
This is Rocky Hall, and today is September 12th, 2016, and we just came out here and I helped put up all these flags along the road. I'll try to zoom out here, show you what we did. Put up all these flags along the road, and so now the front of the road, this is 1806 that we're facing here, goes all the way down there, and then goes all the way back there. Sorry if my fingernail is dirty on that too. And it goes all the way down there. There's just so many. It's just astronomical. And that's both sides of the road. Both sides of the road. So I can only get in so close. Try to give you a good view, and the wind is picking up. The weather report is we're supposed to have windy and chilly today. It's supposed to get warmer, and then winter is coming, guys. Winter is coming. So it's on both sides of the road here. The flags go all the way down. Chief J.R. American Horse says, come help me put up flags. And I come help put up flags. And the wind here is so incredible that we're really hoping that these stay. We're doing our best to get them anchored. But the wind is, that one is just beautiful. I'm going to zoom in on that one. That one is just incredible. If anybody wants to chime in and tell me the history on this one. It's 3 buffaloes, 3 tents, a chief. Hope you can see it. Oh, the wind was terrible. Anyway, there's just hundreds and hundreds of flags, guys. And it's just astronomically beautiful. Truly. Rocky out. I came to the end of the row of the flags, and what I want to do is try to get as many of these in as possible. And this is the beginning here. The bottom of the camp, I guess this would be called. And there's just so many. So I'll try to go slow without getting impeding traffic. And people find their tribes and they take pictures, and sometimes it's pretty emotional with some people. I've yet to find mine. I heard it was here, so if you see the Choctaw tribe, I'm trying not to hit anybody and watching traffic, so point it out to me, guys. That'd be really cool. And yeah, I'll probably cry. But I wanted to show just how many flags there were. So, do this kind of slow and watch for traffic and people. And that's my keys rattling. We took a lot of these flags and put them by the 1806 off the road there, and put them so people could see them down there too. And Chief American Horse, Rocky, put up flags. Rocky, put up flags. Heck yeah, oh, you betcha. Go out there and put those babies up. And the wind is a little hard, so it was a little trying, but it was truly awesome. And I am getting calls. I just saw on my phone today I had 16 messages, 16 voicemails, and they're so they're days old. So I apologize to anybody out there that's calling me and leaving messages. The service out here is really bad. So I'm going to head to the casino and try to get all these calls answered and everything. And I can't get the cell service out here very good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try to answer these the best I can, guys, truly. Sorry, Charlie. So, these kids right here told me not to text and drive. You see that I've got the camera and I'm driving and you run out in front of me? Seriously, dude, you're an idiot. Okay, probably putting up another flag there. Go ahead and try to count them, guys. I was told not to count them. I'm trying to do as I'm told, but it's really hard to get interviews and stuff like that when you're not as very aggressive. So, oh, these are way cool. Thank you. I look like a tourist. The kids on the front line that don't know me yet, they're stopping me. But a lot of them, Rocky, California plates. So, and these are all the ones that most of these we put up today. So I want to show those and camp, how big it is. A lot of people left today, last night. We had approximately, I kind of thought 6,000, but Chief told me 9,000. And that is Facebook Hill right there. That's where you can get on Facebook. So we've called it Facebook Hill. And this will show you a little bit more of the camp. Wow, my car feels really not good. So there's more of the camp, and there's some across the river, because that's the Cannonball River right there. So, yeah. And right here is Standing Rock Indian Reservation. This side of the river is Standing Rock Indian Reservation. So now I'm going to roll up my window so it's not so loud. Bam. And it's just green and beautiful, and the weather is going to change very, very soon. We're expecting winter to set in like next week. So Colorado or Montana or shoot, one of those got snow, and so it's coming this direction. So we're batting down the hatches, and we're doing our best to prepare. I found myself a sweater. I got it out of the free box, so whoever donated that, thank you. And I'm going to tell you guys, clean socks. New socks, if you could send clean new socks, that's something as well. And so I asked one of the elders, what is it that I should be putting out? And just come and stand in solidarity. And again, it's peaceful. No drugs, no alcohol, no drugs, no alcohol, no guns. So I've continuously put that out, and please respect what they're doing here and respect that. A young man came into camp yesterday with a gun, and he got handed over to the tribal police. So, you know what, maybe it wasn't the tribal police, but he was handed over to the police because that's not accepted. So, if you want to come and this is what you want to do, then respect what's going on here, absolutely. And honor their wishes. That's all they ask. So, what I was told to put out today, come in solidarity. Please continue with the donations. They're being utilized. They're being put to good use. Tents, army tents. We need the strong military type, good, because we're looking at winter. And so if people can put, that's a huge one to ask. But I know how much they cost and everything else, so whatever it is that you can do, That's what we need. We need the ones that you can put a little wood stove in, and wood is very hard to come by. So if you're coming and you can bring firewood, it is utilized very fast, and it's getting cold. Next couple days are supposed to be really warm, and then the cold weather is supposed to hit. So thanks to everybody out there, and this is my update, as I can't seem to get interviews. I know other people are getting them, but I guess I need to be a lot more pushy. And I am going to try to set up a GoFundMe account, kind of putting my pride aside on that one, because these tires are going to cost me over $800, and it hurts. That's a Hurts donut. So I'll have that up, and that's kind of hurting my pride a little bit. I've never had to do that, and I was told by my friends in Oregon to suck it up, buttercup. But still, it's a pride thing. So anyways, this is gonna be a short video. That's all I got, folks. Thank you. Tribal Police right there. Rocky out. This is Rocky Hall, and I'm at the marina campsite getting ready to take a shower, and I found some of my hometown people right here from Hoopa. Woot woot! I'm going to take a close-up of your shirt there. Hoopa Valley High School. These guys are from my neck of the woods. I saw their California plates, and I said I had to introduce myself. So just introduce yourself, who you are, why you're here, what you're doing.
My name is Cristiante Joseph, and I come from the Hoopa Valley tribe, Northern California, and I'm the daughter of Tom and Patty Joseph. And the reason why I'm here is because it's just a beautiful thing to have indigenous people coming together for fighting for the same thing, because we all have the same issues with water. We all have the same fight no matter where we are in the world, and it's stronger when our family and friends come together. And I call this home. Even though I'm from California and I'm way over here in North Dakota, this is home because it's nothing but love around. And that's why I'm here, is because I'm only 16 years old, and my father and mother met in the fish wars. And so I was raised to stand up for what I know and what I believe in. And so that's why I'm here, is to bring this story home of bringing United Nations together. And I believe, my friend Joe once said, I believe we've already won, you know, just because we're all together, just because we're all here, and we're all strong. And it's a beautiful thing. And what I'm taking home is this story. What I'm taking home is all the love and blessings and the songs and the prayers that I've got to experience hand on here. And I'm going to take that home to my people and share it with them, because even though they're not here, that's what we're here for, is to represent them.
Yeah.
And it's just a big thing, you know. I'm going to go to school and tell my school everything what's going to go on, and I'm actually going to be missing school, and I'm happy about that, because I'm going to learn a lot more here than I will in the books.
You talk to the elders here and you will learn so much. They will give you so much good history, because you guys are from my area. Is there any issues going on in the Hoopa reservation that you would you like to speak about?
Well, actually, there's a they're trying to put a pipe under our Klamath River, our Klamath and Trinity River, and that's what we're fighting. The same exact thing here, is because it's going to go against the water. It's going to, you know, water is life, and that's what our culture goes upon. You know, we're water people, and we believe the rivers and creeks are the bloodline of our people.
Are they talking about a pipeline?
A pipeline
under the Klamath? Oh, wow.
AB, what's it called? KBR, something like that. Yeah, that's what they're trying to put under there. And also logging, you know, when we went there, they don't know what they're logging on. They're just trying to make the money, you know. And I believe money is power, but so are people. And so that's the kind of power I look for. And that's the issue at home, is logging. What they do is they throw all that stuff into the creeks, and it washes into the river, and it kills our fish. And I mean, I'm sure you guys heard of the fish kill in 2000. And
I did. You want to touch on that, because I know about it.
It's In year 2000, Nicole probably know more because I was just born that year.
Oh.
But I mean, still, I know a lot that a lot of fish were killed and a lot of people were hurt because of how the river was so low, and you know, they got sick. And you would walk down the riverbanks and see hundreds and hundreds of fish and salmon just washed up dead, you know, and it's sad.
Hundreds and hundreds.
Hundreds, I mean hundreds, like, you know, and it's sad because we learn about that here in our home, and I just hope one day that my children will have to witness that. Even though I didn't have to witness it, I still hear about it, you know, and it's that story.
It affects you still to this day. 16 years later, it affects
Having to
you.
worry about it is
Yeah.
what hurts, you
Yeah.
know, and we shouldn't have to fight for what's ours, but
It's just greed and corruption. Is there anything you want to say to the American people?
to the American people out there, I want to say, you know, you need to watch what comes out. You need to know what you're doing before. You need to quit being blindsided by the government and think and speak for yourself. And
Stand up.
stand up. And I know people aren't the same, and I know people are all different and everything. I'm not trying to tell you who to be. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, but this is just who I am and where I come from. And I want you to take a step back and look at the real picture. And I want you to realize what else is going on, because there's much beyond this world that you see on TV. You should step out there and look beyond and find out what's real for yourself.
Yeah. And I want to say, here's a 16-year-old young lady that has come all the way from Northern California, and that was about 20-something hours driving, couple days maybe.
It took us 3 days to get here.
3 days. Took me 3 days to get here. So 16 years old, she's come all this way, and she's standing here, and if she can do this, you can do this too. Absolutely. And you want to introduce me here, and I'll get your story as well, and you can probably tell us about the fish kill as well.
My name is Nicole McGinnis. I'm 41 years old, and I'm here for my children. I have 5. This is my youngest, Nixon. He's 3, and he already stands up and says he's proud to be in North Dakota.
Do you want to say you're proud to be in North Dakota, baby?
Yeah. North Dakota is pride.
And that's what it's all about, is the kids, and they're going to have a fight one day.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to have to fight for their rights. And my oldest, I'm here with her also. She's 18. Her name's Taya. And I have one on the way, Jojo. He's coming. And I left 2 in California, Cuba, Dakota, and Nimoy. But we're here. I'm here with my husband. And we need to take a stand, because
This is what we're fighting for right here. The children. The children and the great-grandchildren. Yeah.
and the way media is covering this it's scary, because you know that money buys silence. And this should be loud and proud and dignified, but they're making us look like we're savages, we're evil, we're gonna hurt you. When they brought dogs, they brought people to hurt.
Were you guys there that day that they brought the dogs?
No. We're on
I
the
was
way.
there. Yeah, I was there.
But we heard about it and we've seen the videos, and I'm surprised that more CNN or Fox News isn't covering this, because it's endangering lives. It's endangering children. A pregnant woman was bitten. I mean, when does it stop? You know, we continue to be hurt, tortured, and to have our land taken from
Intimidated.
us with nothing in return. But for people to keep telling us it was in the past, well, now it's the present.
It's
And
not in the
people
past.
need to start opening their eyes and realizing, and stop trying to tell us that we're not learning in school that it's
Yeah.
okay to be
And
slaves.
people don't remember history.
Right.
I mean, if you just go back a couple years, this thing has been going on for a long time.
And
Yeah.
it's all been brushed under the carpet. I mean, even that they know now that that wasn't the truth, they still teach it to our children.
Right.
My child learns that Columbus was great, that he discovered us, and he discovered this world.
Because we were lost, right?
We came over from Asia. You know, it's funny that nobody wants to hear the real truth, because it hurts. But everybody wants to tell us to go home.
Yeah, we are home.
Right, we
Yeah.
are home. This
My
is our
green
home.
bag is in line. I am in line. Sorry.
Thank
I
you.
need a shower. Did you go through the roadblock when you got here? Did you guys go through the roadblock? Tell me how you felt going through the militarized zone up there.
We knew it was coming, but to see it and to see that they had tasers on their chests, it was a little concerning, especially to see other people go through easily, but for us to get stopped and questioned and to looked at and then
Thank you. That has been
that
happening.
feeling, yeah, that feeling. The children should, just like you had to tell him, I'm okay. I'm a good person. He was scared of you,
Right.
you know, and that's not from us saying to be scared.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that's a fear. That's the PTSD that our children are born with because of the generational trauma.
Yes.
And we're healing.
Yeah.
We're in that camp, and all the prayers, we are actually healing. We're coming together as one. And it's not just Indigenous people, it's people of all over the world that are coming together.
Yeah, we have people from all over the world at the camp. You're seeing that.
Yeah.
All over the country, all over the world. They're showing up at Sacred Stone Camp here
Right.
in North Dakota.
And you put things, like even on the reservation, you have tribal meetings. There's always going to be people that don't agree with other people, and it gets tough. But in this camp, it seems like it's so serene. It's so, you just feel comfortable.
Yep. Even with all these strangers, you feel comfortable.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
It gets a little stressful from the weather. We're not used to it, but we get through it. You know, together we get through it.
Yeah, yeah. And winter's coming. Yeah. Okay, anything you want to say to the American people?
Come here. Join us. Everyone.
Let's have a day.
Come and fight for what you believe in, because it doesn't just affect us, it affects everyone. With no clean water, what else do you have? You won't have trees, then you won't have oxygen.
Nope.
And
killing the
we'll be
bees, killing the
surrounded
water.
by death, and that's what cancer is killing everyone. And that you want to drink oil, you might as well just take some oil and drink it right now.
Yeah.
Instead of watch your generations die.
Yeah.
I took a picture of you.
Awesome. I want to thank both of you guys, and I'm going to give a big shout out for Hoopa, California, the Hoopa tribe here. I'm all proud. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you for just talking to me. I appreciate it. Rocky out.